G'day guys, welcome to Mailbag TV. We're back for 2018 to preview Flemington on the 20th of January, Drew. How are your holidays, mate?
Pretty good, I have to say.
Did you have holidays?
Well, you know me, never do, but that's punting, isn't it?
Mm.
How about yours? You went away for a bit?
Yeah, it was really good.
Took the missus away?
Yep. Yeah, I did. Which you're obsessed about. I need you to move on from that.
Oh, I just want to know if there's any info for us to tell the punters.
No, there's nothing yet.
No info yet? Okay, well, we'll look forward to the next holiday.
There are no updates.
Fair enough.
How'd you find doing your own mounting yard mail without any help from me?
Jeez, you cop a bit on Twitter for it, for giving a free service away. I won every day.
Did you cop a bit?
Yeah, but I won every day. Over the nine or eight races, I won every day consistently on what I put out. And as I've been saying for the past 6 months, the yard's changed everything that I do. Like, for example, I saw Jacquinot Bay. It's the best that 10-year-old was ever going to get, and it wins by 3 lengths. I was already keen on it. Super keen after I saw the yard. Doubled my bet.
It can be the best part of the yard, can't it? When it reaffirms what you already want to find.
But even when, like, I wasn't overly keen to bet into, I think it was race 7 on Saturday, which had Ken's Dream in it. And I see Ken's Dream come into the yard, knowing what it had done the previous start.
Yeah.
And I go, wow, okay, that thing's just absolutely at its complete top, and you just have a nice play and it wins easy and you feel good. They don't always come off. I mean,
yeah, well, like that's what
people
surely understand, and you're learning. Like Twitchy Frank.
Yeah.
I text Drew from Norfolk Island, itching to have a crack at it.
I thought it was going to be a moral coming.
Yeah,
into the
I
yard,
thought it was a moral, but then. Yes, you weren't alone in thinking it was off.
No,
everyone else
definitely was not the only one. And, you know, you can't get them all right. Go Grace or whatever its name was, playing up a big time, big negatives, but that may just be the horse, and that's the type of thing from the yard you have to think about as well and go, well, this is an Adelaide horse coming over. We don't know it. I'm only putting out the information that I can tell you from the yard. If you know that it plays up, then so be it. You can judge off that.
I thought you did really well first up, mate.
Thank you.
Lots of upside.
Well,
I'll get you out to, like, sort of, you can do the Echukas when I'm doing Flemington.
I was going to say hanging rock on the 26th, mate.
Wherever you go as wide as you want. I'm not going that far.
Fair enough.
All right, should we get straight into Flemington?
Yeah, I'm pretty keen. Actually.
So race 1 at Flemington, 800 metres, benchmark 84, 100k race. Map's a little bit tricky, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it and you go, Shoreham's the natural/only leader. So if they don't decide to push the tempo there, it may be a really.
But it's not a natural leader. It's just the fastest sort of early horse here. And
it's the type of horse that wants speed on, so they'll know that and they'll say to it's Chrissy on board, right?
Ben Thompson to Chris Caserta.
Chris will be told, look, we need pace on, we need to be pushing it. Don't cuddle this.
Yeah, I've got Shoreham leading, Mr. Churchill in behind, Portion Control forward, Mutakum. Well, we're off to a flyer.
Mutarakam, I guess.
Sort of 3-back defence.
Yep.
Guizo might get a really nice run here.
Yep.
Then Royal Ace on the fence. I reckon Johnny Allen will find the fence. He loves the fence in a longer race.
He does, which is a bit of concern.
Willy map's a little bit tricky here. I don't know where he'll end up. Probably behind Guizo, I hope.
Could sit 3 wide the trip.
The rest further back. Le Judge last. Now, odds. Willy. Oh, this is a joke.
Wow. Go for it.
Hey, mate, I'm just filming that show now. Can I call you back in
No, just talk
40 minutes? Thanks, man. Bye. All right. That's pretty exciting. That's the Lee's stable.
Yeah.
We've got a horse I bought from the Classic sale last year in on Sunday. Debut as a 2-year-old already.
You looking forward to it? Yeah. What price? We got a price yet?
I don't know. They won't have prices out yet.
Oh, fair enough.
He's drawn 3. Anyway, I'll update on Twitter.
So,
hang on. Willy, $3.20. Royal Ace, $4.80. Shoreham, $6.50. Guizo, $6.50. Portion Control, 10s. Number 11, 11s, and Mr. Churchill, 13s. Le Judge, 14s.
So
that seems a little bit overs for what it's been SPing.
Well, the switch. Do you see the switch on it? Damien Oliver has jumped off Mutarakam to take the ride on Le Judge. What's going on there? He's won the last 2 starts on this horse.
Well, he's been riding Le Judge as well.
Yeah, but so he's clearly decided that Le Judge...
It could be a stable decision, and it could also be a decision for the Silks. I'd rather be riding for those silks than those silks.
True, and I think the judge does have more upside. I just found that interesting that one was a lesser price and D. Oliver has jumped off it. That's a rare thing to happen. That tells you D. Oliver, I think, had a bit to do with it.
Do you want to bet in this race?
I'm very keen to bet in this race.
Well, I'll go first then, because I'm not.
Yep.
Guizzo, I like a little bit. Gets a very positive jockey change. Well, there's nothing wrong with Jordan Childs, but
he gave it every shot last
D
time.
Lane is probably the best in Melbourne, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It gets to the sort of the trip I think it wants. It maps to get in the right part of the straight. I think that's where you want to be, just sort of in behind the lead, bit off the fence. Porsche Control, it could win soon. Royal Ace, hard to knock. Royal Ace is the same sort of form as Mr. Churchill, who's double the price. Willy is impressive and probably should be favourite. And Le Judge and Mutarakam are chances. And Shoreham, if it gets it soft enough, might be hard to catch.
So I'm just going to say with Guizzo for you, 8 runs, 0 wins on a good track. We've got a 42-degree day tomorrow. I can't see it getting the track that it needs.
Might water it down.
Yeah, but even so, 42 degrees, like, it's not going to
42 tomorrow.
Yeah, 42.
That's just off topic. If you're bored tomorrow, watch the tennis and in-play trade tennis.
Well, yeah.
Because you can just see blokes who are just going, this is not worth it.
Yeah. Especially on a day like that.
Monfils won the first set, he's folding up.
Yeah.
Just then.
Yeah. Well, he knew that he was going to get ground down. I'm going to go from top down. Double bluff at 100 to 1 is not the worst chance here, to be quite honest.
1400 to 1800.
Yeah. Well, this stable does it so often.
And doesn't do it well, though.
Yeah.
But it is a very positive jockey change.
Yeah.
Who's riding it?
Mitch Aiken.
Well, look who was riding it, the Foss.
I know. Portion Control, I was really keen on it last start. It came into the yard and had no hope. It still ran third. It has massive improvement to come, so that's one to watch from the yard. If you put it out in your top 4 numbers, you don't lose on it. Le Judge, as I said, I think really positive change. I like Mutarakam. I've been at one of the last 2 starts, but I couldn't have it here. Mr. Churchill, I got it last start, couldn't have it here. Archery Peak, no chance. Guizzo, already said why I couldn't have it. Shoreham's just not good enough for this, in my opinion. I'm very keen to take it on.
So you're going to unload upon Royal Ace?
I haven't mentioned Willy.
I'm going to go Royal Ace.
Willy, I think, is a bit too short considering its map and what it's done so far. Royal Ace covered 6 metres more than
He loves
Widgie
the 6
Turf.
metres more, the tracker's data.
He
loves
his
his trackers, Drews.
It was so good in the yard last start. There were 2 clear standouts, Widgie Turf and Royal Ace. We smashed on both. We got the cash. But geez, Royal Ace would have been a much better result. It can just keep... This is the Weir yard. It's going to be fine. It's going to be perfect again. It's so well suited here. It's ridiculous.
It's got the best form. I've written that in.
$4.80. Very keen.
Okay. Race 2, 2,500 metres. Now, have you noticed anything about this card?
There's
There's a lot of long races at the start, so track pattern, if there is one, isn't going to be evident until sort of race 5 or 6.
Well, don't worry, track pattern doesn't exist.
It's not. It's rise above. Goodwood Zodiac will lead. Serenade the Stars OSL. Electric Fusion can be forward. Dr. Care will probably come across.
Yep.
Crafty Cruiser gets a soft run. Now, Bint El Badou. Bint El Debut. I think it'll be 3 back, 1 off. I hope it is ridden a little bit more positive than it was last start early to find a nice position. Al Harim, who ran really well considering the way I thought it paraded last start.
French import, yep.
Gets a soft run. Last week in behind it, probably. Eaton and then Dornier. Now, odds here. Last week, $2.80. Goodwood Zodiac, $4.60. Bint El Badou, $4.80. Serenade the Stars, which Drew will be backing, I'm sure, $5.50. Al Harim, 9s. Longer the rest. Drew, kick us away.
I will be backing Serenade the Stars, but there's a clear reason for that. There's no speed in this race. Bint El Badou is so... It's a lay at this price. Quite clearly a lay. simply because it's
Do you smell that?
a grinder.
It's a case bet.
Oh, I'm very keen to have a case bet. This thing's an absolute grinder. I've been on it, and I'm very keen to be against it. With Goodwood Zodiac being the tempo setter. They're not going to go overly fast based on what they did last start. And I was on Goodwood Zodiac as well last start, and it had every shot, so I'm happy to take it on as well. I will agree El Haram's got improvement to come. Eaton's an interesting 50-1 shot. It's poorly weighted against a few here, but I think it's still just what it had to do last start was unfavourable. Last week is horrible unders. I'll take it on. And Electric Fusion is not the worst throw at the stumps at $41. But Serenade the Stars for me and a small play on Electric Fusion.
I hope that the market agrees with you and Bint El Badoo parades as well as it did last start, and I'll be having a massive bet at it. And I want to have a case bet now. What are the terms?
Well, they're same prices pretty much.
What are your... Yeah,
Mine's
right.
fives, yours
Furthest
$5.50.
finishes in front.
Yeah.
Race.
Got one away early.
Yeah, we're done with that?
Yeah.
That race?
Yeah.
Race 3, 2,000 metres, 3-year-olds, benchmark 70.
Oh, you know how yesterday I was complaining?
Would you want me to do the map?
Yeah, but you'll find him in the map.
Gretzky leads Cavallero, who paraded like an absolute skunk and somehow just kept finding and finding. It was a bit... Chain of Fools, box seats, Almighty Crown outside it. Anika sort of forward. Then sort of a little bit messy at the back there. I'm not really sure how they'll end up, but the rest behind.
There's no speed in this race once again. Gretzky gets an absolutely simple lead, but I'll let you go through the prices, I suppose.
Civil Disobedience, $2.40. Mohamed Diaz, $6.50. Anika, $7.50. Gretzky's 10s. Cavallero, 13s. Chain of Fools, 14s. Along with the rest.
I'm just quite simple on this race. Gretzky gets it run to suit. I am reluctant that I am backing a Dwayne Dunn leader, but he rode this horse to perfection last start. There's no speed. This horse has superior turn of foot. Civil Disobedience, main danger with the Maloney ride for Ryan that you couldn't pronounce correctly.
How should I pronounce it?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
The number 4 in the race. They're both going back.
Mahamidaz.
Mahama Medius. Yeah, no. Cavallero, you have to respect, but it needs more speed on, in my opinion. And Anika was a 20-length trial winner at Stony Creek, but I hand-clocked its final 400, and I'm not anywhere near it.
I think Civil Disobedience probably wins, but the price is disgusting, and I think you've got real problems if you're betting into this race this early.
Well, $10 each way for Gretzky if I think that the rail is going to play as well as it did.
Yeah, I can understand that
last
a little
week.
Bit. This Cavallero horse scares me, and I don't want to be involved in races it's in.
I think
it shouldn't have run how fast it ran last start.
Yeah.
It ran 14 lengths better than it ran the start before, where I saw it, and it paraded much worse at Flemington. It's just a sus event that I don't want to be involved in.
There are just some horses that are suited.
It's gone 14 lengths better than it's ever gone. But then it went the start before. It's sickening.
But it's never been given that opportunity. So what I'd compare this to is if you put the cleaner in a sit and sprint, it's only ever going to be able to go at its really slow, grindy tempo.
Well, the truth will be found out on Saturday, won't it?
Yeah, agreed. Like your Bidel Badu or whatever his name is.
If Bidel Badu needs to be ridden slightly more positive from the gate,
he needs to
put itself into the
hard
race.
ridden at the 600 because he's a grinder and he'll keep finding.
It could be over the edge though. He was that well in the yard last start. All right, race 4, another 2,000 metre race. Fillies and Mares, benchmark 84. One for later can lead from Royal Applause and Shenandoah. So Splendid could be 1 out, 1 back if ridden positive, which I really hope it is. Stormy Shore in there, River Goddess, Bonus Dioro, Addison make it up sort of at the back with Birth Whistle.
I'm going to disagree with your map a little bit here. I think there's no chance that Shenandoah hands up based on last start. One for later's only, if you look at it, didn't lead 2 back, and I think it sat outside leader last start.
Okay.
So Shenandoah's going to be, in my opinion, the leader. That's just the way I see it, and you can obviously hear my bias because I'll be backing the horse by the sounds of it.
Yep. I've sort of done
prices?
the same thing with So Splendid.
Yeah.
I've mapped it to where I'd like it to go, but it should go there. It could go there.
What did you think of the price of So Splendid today? $7.50?
I think we'll get 9s.
Yeah, I think it'll drift.
Maybe 8.50, but probably 9s on Betfair late.
This Addison...
It'll be at its top.
Where's Addison getting the run for you?
Near the back, yeah. I don't want to be on it.
So, where's the speed in this race? Once again, so I know I sound like a broken record.
Well, this is the tricky. This is what I was saying. The maps are really tricky in this 2,000 metre race. So, if he hands up on Shenandoah, there's no speed. If he holds, then there's more speed.
I think there still isn't that much speed, even if there is. It is a tricky one. I'd be saying that they'll go 2 lengths below.
They'll go
standard.
slow because you've got Zach Spain and Chris Caserta leading.
Yeah.
And they'll get to like the 1,600 metre mark and they've got the lead, either of them, and then they'll just go slow down.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I'm hoping
it makes it tricky for Addison.
That Mick D. But see, Oliver is really good at that situation on Addison.
Yeah, I agree.
If he slows up, he'll probably pinch half. Like he'll make up half the distance to the leader without using the horse up.
Yeah, that's fair. Bonus Dioro, good horse, but just keeps on not being given the opportunities. I'm just going to say with Shenandoah, I think no matter how it's ridden, that horse will be there in the finish. It's a tough bugger. It's run 2 back when it ran 3rd. It should not have finished where it did based on the tempo they set. I'm pretty keen to be getting involved. It'll probably be my best each way of the day.
I'm interested in So Splendid a little bit, but it's a tricky race. Don't you reckon?
It is a tricky race. I would say I have Shenandoah on top from So Splendid, so I think we're looking the right way. I think you want to be on speed.
I also expect So Splendid to be right at its peak in the yard. Yeah. The way it's progressed in the yard, I've seen every run in this prep.
Yeah.
I think it'll be right at its top. Okay, race 5, 1,600 metres, benchmark 70. Another tricky map. Tantat Trusting can lead from Vungers. Patriot Cha-Cha King, Saxophone, Bernie Boy could be further forward than I've got him. Stylish Assassin and Hussey's Glow potentially cast.
Yeah.
Krusty, Sohul, and the other horse in the market, Gangzu, will sort of be. They'll get cover, but I don't like cover.
Guangzhou,
I reckon. And they could have a lot of slow horses coming in their face. This could be pretty messy late.
Be very messy.
Krusty $5, Sohul $6.50, Hussey's Glow 8s, Gangzu 8s, Tantat Trusting $8.50, Vungers $9.50, Saxophone 12, longer the rest.
I found Patriot Act last start at Sandown, $12 winner.
15s here.
Yeah, I couldn't have it here. It was at its complete top last start from the yard, and it won on a leader bias and only just held on. I think there are just 2 standouts here that you can just back and be happy with backing them in. Krusty, who brings that really strong Caro Lero form, but most importantly, Bedford ran 3rd. Look what it did on Wednesday. And So Hill against the bias last start at Sandown, zoomed home. Sectionals are legit. They're both going to get an easy time. I think the speed's going to be medium to strong here, and it's just going to be suited for them. What about yourself?
I agree Krusty's the one. I'm really concerned the way that it maps.
Yeah.
It needs luck. It needs luck.
Yeah, so that's why I'm going Eden So Hill, because
Tantat
one's
Trusting.
going to be on the fence, one's going to be one off.
Tantat Trusting, Luke Curry to Craig Williams. It doesn't need luck. He is a gun, Tony McAvoy. I hope there's some money come for it, and I think probably each way is the smartest bet in the race. But Krusty, definitely right up there for me.
Very much not one of my best bets of the day, this, but those 2 just stand out for what's. It's a wide race. I mean, hell, I could go down as deep as Saxophone, who doesn't, who isn't friendless.
Iraqi Overlord killed it, which is great because I'll back that from Norfolk Island.
Oh.
Race 6, 1200 metres, benchmark 84.
The National Jockeys Trust Cricket Handicap.
There you go. This is a weird map. They'll probably come down in a 3 wide or 4 wide.
Well, this is a 1200 metre race, so down the middle or what? What do you reckon they're going to do?
They'll come to the inside, I reckon.
Well, they went inside for half of last week, and then they went the outside for the other bit. I'm hoping this is the first 1200 of the day, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm hoping they've
It's race 6. It's the first. It's the first race under 1600 metres.
I'm hoping they've got no clue and they come down the middle, because that's just going to suit.
They'll just
my
go wherever
horses
they want,
pretty
I
good.
reckon.
Yeah. I don't think they'll go the inside.
I think every horse will get a shot here.
I'm pretty sure they'll either go the middle or the outside. So I just can't see the inside being the place they go today.
Odds: Handsome Thief, well backed already, $3.60. Just High for Luton, 6s. Sheriff Johnstone, 8s. Manolo Blahnik, 8.50. Murphy's Reward, 12s. Leodoro, Chop King Jr. on board. He hasn't got enough rides on Saturday. Disgusted. There's a few trainers who have taken him off.
He's not going to ride.
Don't you like
Mitch
winning
Aiken
races? Oh, you should be riding every horse.
No offense to Mitch Aiken, but
if the Chop King hasn't got 9 rides at Flemington, something's wrong with the world.
I know.
King River, 14s. Longer the rest. Playmaster, 41s.
You could just be trying to recover from the big week, I guess.
Big week.
Well, we saw him on Wednesday.
Yeah, he's got a few fans.
Yeah,
I'm not the only one.
Hey. I'm super keen. This will be either my best bet or my next best bet of the day. Handsome Thief. It maps ideally just to sit off and get a suck run. Just come out at the right time. Do exactly what Ken's Dream did last week. It's mapped where I want to be, which is an outside rail position. Because if they come down the middle, I'm fine. If they go the outside rail as I'm expecting, I'm even more fine. This horse was a moral beating last start. It's just legit. It's on the way up. It's the next big thing.
The next big thing.
Yep.
The next big thing race was in race 7, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's debatable. We'll get to that. I will just say on the other horses.
I think it's I think I agree with what you're saying, but this is there's a lot of horses here that they win. I'll go, oh yeah.
Yeah, there's no surprise if King River pops up after what it did last start. It was unlucky. Just High for Luton. Storms home. Mano Blahnik ran a blinder for me, even though it was hard running the whole race. And sorry, I'm looking for the other one. And Leodoro is the other one.
Leodoro.
Takioto had every chance, I want to say, even though it was wide.
Murphy's Reward's not out of this.
I'm not wanting it down the straight. I think it's a corner horse.
I agree with every horse you said. I don't agree that Handsome Thief's immoral because there's too many horses here. The other one I quite like at odds.
Oh, definitely not immoral, but I'm getting 360, so I'm happy
definitely
with that.
Like sort of a, you know how people will say a 1x3 each way bet. This would be more of a 0.5, 4.5 or something. Playmaster at $41. If it parades well, it can run a big race here.
It always can. It loves Flemington, and that's, you know, that Bushy who had the
the sickening winner yesterday.
Yeah, that we couldn't ever find. That's one of his, I'm pretty sure.
Or maybe shampooing them pretty well. Race 7, 1,000 metre Inglis Dash, $250,000.
Tommy, do you like these races where it's restricted to
100%?
Really?
I love these races.
We get like the most low grade horses going into them that can't
exactly. So there's limited numbers of horses that all want to win. It's grand final racing. It's the best punting racing. I love it.
I'm not against grand final. I like the Magic Millions, for example. So I do like the Magic Millions, but I just think some of the races we get down here, especially the ones at Caulfield, like there's a 2,000 metre one, and you get such a bad race. Anyway.
Well, we'll probably have a horse in this race next year, mate.
Well, couple. Yeah.
All right, what have I done? I haven't done the map yet, have I?
No.
Okay, Overshare can lead from Invincible Dream, round Rod and Todd. Hot Toddy. 100%. Now, that's a horse that I cannot understand how it ran what it did last start. It looked like it was reacting very strangely to the parade. Fully maxed in there. Nature Strip sort of can be just behind the leaders.
Yeah.
Then the rest just... Every horse will get its chance here.
So, prices?
Is Nature Strip... Oh, yep. $1.55 Nature Strip. Prezado, $6.50, 100%, $11. See Me Exceed, 13s. Overshare, 21s. Teleplay, 26. Longer the rest.
So is 100% not the lay of the day?
No, it's definitely, do not lay it. I wouldn't lay it at 50 to 1.
Oh, okay.
There could be something.
Well, but it's now changed stables. Yeah.
Or was it at?
Now it's with Henry Dwyer.
So it was a.
It was Smurden.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
It wasn't. I'm not implying that the horse was.
That it was what?
Yeah. No. It's a Henry Dwyer horse.
Yeah.
Who is an equine trainer.
Yeah.
If that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah. I thought it was with Smurden. I was pretty sure.
I thought it was the same bit. Sus went on last start, and I don't want to go anywhere near it.
Fair enough. I think it. In general, I think it's horrible priced in this race. $10 compared to Overshare, who has proven itself down the straight. It's proven itself at this grade, and
well, let's answer the question that everyone wants to know.
Is Nature Strip?
Are you backing at Nature Strip at $1.55?
No. Now, can I take it on? There is no hope in hell that I'm taking it on at $1.55 either, because when you look at its sectionals and what it ran at Sandown, it's a legit Group 1 horse that is probably a length or two behind Red Cell. And that has been...
I don't agree with that.
Well, that's been shown on time form ratings by Adam Blanco. So he's done the stats on what it did last start, and that's what it's...
So if it's racing against Red Cell on Saturday, do you reckon people are backing it?
They probably are, but they're stupid because we're very keen to back Red Cell against it.
No, I wouldn't. It's a very talented horse. It SP'd $1.70 last start. It was like $2.20 like the day before.
It's $1.55 out to $1.80 late.
The morning of. It's too short. I don't play that into the market, and I wouldn't tell anyone else to. Teleplay's a horse I really, really like.
Yeah.
It's a lean thing though. It's going to be really nice, I reckon, next year.
You can get about $4.50 for it to place. Would you play that?
I'll just wait and see it parade.
Yeah. I mean,
it could go over the top, I reckon, because it's a little thing.
That Prezado did some really good stuff last prep. I mean, there's some
like
talented horses here.
Yeah, there are some talented horses. I'll just wait and see in parade. If anything, I'd probably be angling to see a few negatives with Nature Strip, which is a horse we've had a lot of luck with.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we've got it wrong once.
No.
And if we can see something negative, I'll just be trying to get the house on it to lay.
Yeah. And what I would say...
If it looks okay, I'll probably just go and have a smoke.
If you twist my arm on to have a bet here, which a lot of people would want to, Overshare to place at $4.30. I've seen worse bets than that, but not overly keen to play at all.
Is it first up?
Yep, first up.
I'll probably check with Matty Welsh out trial. Race number 8. What is it, Drew?
1,000 metres, Kensington Stakes.
Kensington Stakes over 1,000. My
boy's back, Flamberge. You probably wouldn't know Flamberge is my boy. It's a bit before your time.
What? Am I older than you?
No, I mean a bit before the time of us meeting up.
I think Amber Sky is a complete and utter moral.
Whoa, where's it map?
Wherever it wants to. It's faster than half these horses.
Whoa.
Flamberge is a good horse, but it's going from Weir to Ellison and Zara. If Weir can't make it win, it's, you know.
Have you heard how it's been
Thermal current
at home with against Amber Sky? Because same yard.
No, I haven't.
I've heard them both going pretty damn well.
Yeah, well, I would expect us to be really forward in the yard.
Yeah.
Because they'd want to sort of say we can train better than we.
Yeah.
Thermal current gets blinkers on. It's not hopeless. If they cook it early, Jesus, it's been going off its head, hasn't it?
I know.
Husson Eagle's not hopeless here. Lord of the Sky, Christmas came last time. It won't win again, I don't think. Saraceno Geller scares me a little bit, but
I'd take it on.
Amber Sky for me, very, very keen.
It's Invincible's an interesting runner. I just want to see it in the yard first time. It's got some decent sectionals. I'm not sure it can win this, but I think it'll probably run third. We can back Amber Sky at $4.60.
$4.80. I've already tried to get on.
Yeah.
A fair bit of
so my play for here is 2.5 units on Amber Sky and 1.5 units on Flamberge. It means I'm getting the best of both worlds here for both these Eldon Zara horses, who are both performing very well.
What's your price prediction with
Amber
both.
Sky.
I reckon that Amber Sky could start $2.
Flamberge open.
Not $2.
Double figures.
$2.50. Like it'll be spruiked. It'll be backed. It'll be like the horse they'll talk about all week.
Well, let's look at the runners. You got Husson Eagle, who's $5.50. That's a horse that's not going to be backed.
It's a betting stable though.
You got Thermal Current, who was $4.80 and had every shot the last couple of runs.
Betting stable, blinkers on.
Saraceno. Once again, it's not one that comes for. Lord of the Sky's a big drifter normally. It's Invincible's an Adelaide horse. So what are they going to come for? Amber Sky and Flamberge, but they don't come for Flamberge ever. So Amber Sky's the one. It'll start 3s.
You read my mind. I hope it does.
Yeah.
Provide me and mine with a nice trading opportunity.
Well, especially if Racing.com, which guarantee they will. They'll do a exclusive on it, and that'll just push the price in. It's kind of like when I've been watching this recently, when Jane puts her tip out on TV for her yard one, you just see that little tick in 20-40 cents. So if you're the first one in there, a little bit of green.
So you don't let her ride. You don't let him ride, eh? You're not a Jane fan. I know he is a Jane fan. He's on track, but
I tell you what, when Jane picks one and it's on my top 4, it always wins. I'll tell you that. Like every time. Like the last 3 weeks, if I did not have in my top 4, guaranteed it's a moral. Like,
okay, race 9, 1400 metres, benchmark 84. Drewy. Wise Hero should lead from Dan Zephyr. Adirondack, box seats. Dillinson, one off, one back. Diamond Oasis, 3 back the fence. The Avenger might get forward. Curra can be sort of midfield. Simply Splashing and King's Command probably bring it up from the rear. Toy Boy, Star Stealer and Malaise potentially cast.
This is probably the most difficult race of the day to actually figure out before we go to the races, because the speed in this I'm not 100% sure on. Where every horse is going to position I'm not sure on, and there are some really talented horses in this one. I mean, I've got 5 in my quaddie, right? So I've got Wise Hero, who 440 is probably about the right price for it. I couldn't be taking it much shorter than 4s, so I think they've got that one right. Curra, really promising horse. 15s is probably overs, but once again, first up, can you trust it? Probably needs further. Star Stealer, massive win, but that's the horse that if they go really hard early, which I can't see Wise Hero trying to push, that's the horse you're going to have to hold out, because that was a massive win last start.
They will not go hard early on Wise Hero. She doesn't do it. She just tries to raid them.
But you may have something that takes them on. That's a real issue with this type of race, like the Avenger, for example. Simply Splashing was a huge disappointment last start, but it's better than that. I would prefer to have it in my quaddie than the Avenger, personally, based on the Avenger ran a personal best last start, and it has to go to another level to win this. And Malaise, this Godolphin horse, it's coming down from Randwick, so it's not trained down here, which is
key, because horses that are Godolphin horses based in Melbourne, not running to their
pen job them.
Yeah,
honestly, you just pen job them.
We have been.
Yeah, it's got legit claims, so it's a really hard race. I'd be backing Wise Hero and Star Stealer, but honestly, I'll probably just sit out.
I think I want to see Wise Hero parade, but I really love the horse. I thought Dan Zephyr is a stupid price at 36s.
I knew you'd find it.
I think it's a disgusting price. It'll map nicely. I wouldn't lose on it.
Sedium will be an interesting one if you find it in the yard.
Which one?
Sedium. It's done nothing for 2 preps, but it's got the ability.
Wise Hero will be on top from the yard. Like it's an 80% chance. The horse is just fucking in magnificent order.
Steph's riding it well.
I would have liked to let it go a bit sooner last start.
Yeah,
but I sweated a little bit. I agree. Star Stealer's a chance. King's Command's the other one, the other sort of one outside the market that I'm interested in. Yeah, I'm really concerned. I'm just sort of against Toy Boy, Star Stealer, and Malaise for the map. I'm just not sure what he'll do. Are you?
On Malaise or in general?
John Allen will do on Star Stealer. Like, he could end up leading almost if he gets cast.
He's going to go back. He has to ride it like last start. Just ride it cold, let it settle, and just hope they go too fast. That's his plan.
Yeah. Toy Boy and Malaise, though,
I reckon Dan Zephyr's the one that can
Malaise
push the tempo.
has got D lane, so I'm not 100% just ready to go. Can't win.
Oh, you can't pen job it at all. And it ran like 10 lengths, faster than benchmark, finishing off last start or something ridiculous.
Toy
like
Boy, Nicky Berryman, cast. I'm pretty happy to pen. Although it
First
SP'd,
run 1400.
and paraded great last time.
Yeah, but that was 1200. This is first go at 1400. I'm taking it on.
All right. What's your best bet, your value bet, and your lay of the day, Drew?
Am I allowed 2 best?
100%. Do it. It's your show, mate.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Royal Ace in race 1 and Handsome Thief in race 6 are my 2 best of the day. My best value, sorry, there's nothing outside of $10. I have to go with Shenandoah at $8, $2.50. It's just the value on the card. I think it should be not half that price, but probably a third of that price.
All right, have a think about your lay. My best bet is Amber Sky. My value bet is Dan Zephyr, $36.
Phew.
Lay, we need a lay.
Yeah. Willy, I'm not willing to take on at the price. I think Goodwood Zodiac can be laid at $4.60 in race 2. I'm loath to take on Civil Disobedience, so I'll pass on that one. Addison, I would take on at $2.80.
I'll lay Goodwood Zodiac.
So we both doing the same one.
That's alright.
Yeah. And I'll be obviously laying Addison and... Yeah, that looks like it.
Alright, mate. Mounting up mail this week. It's only from Flemington. Pete's away and Rob's away. Are you going to be joining me on track, or are you going to be at home in your undies on the couch?
Oh, that's a good sight for everyone. Not sure yet. I'll see how the weather turns out. It looks like it's only going to be 20 something on the day, actually. Yeah, 26. So I think I can manage that.
All right. Now you wouldn't believe this, but 2 blokes have dropped off the mailbag movers.
What?
Yeah. I don't know if this one guy was even a real person.
What, you reckon they were checking us out?
Yeah. Look at his name. Chand.
Don't say it. I know the guy.
Oh, it's real.
Yeah, it's real.
Well, he's chopped off.
Yeah.
Now the
May
mailbag
not have been
movers.
for him.
Mailbag movers has been going for almost a month. We've spent 40 units and returned 75.9. That's 35.9 unit profit so far. Majority of the horses, the overwhelming majority, have shortened, which is 50% of the goal. It's $55 per week. It's absolutely flying, and there are 3 spots, and it's just as first in, best dressed.
I mean, can't say much more than that.
There's a detailed product description on the website, dickosmailbag.com. It's an SMS service.
Yeah. And look, it comes through thick and fast. Some days you'll get up to 10 things. Some days there'll be none because there just won't be any that...
Well, not 10. You won't get 10. You get 5 max, probably.
Okay.
How good was yesterday? We had 4 bets. Average SP $5.50. 3 out of 4 won.
It was a good day. And they started much shorter as well. That was...
Except for one.
Oh, yeah.
One drifted. But I sent it out on top of Mountie Mail.
Yeah.
So if you're paying $55 for the mailbag movers, you're probably paying 11 for the Mountie Mail. So you're going all right.
Yeah.
We're going really good at the moment, eh? Let's hope it keeps going.
Exactly.
Now, this is easily the most exciting thing I've done in 6 months. We are going to...
Meet me?
Yeah, that was over 6 months ago. We are going up to Sydney on the 10th of September, probably a bit earlier, to try and buy 1 or 2 horses.
Of when? February? When?
10th of Feb?
You said September.
That's my birthday. 10th of Feb, we'll be going up to purchase 2 horses, maybe 1 horse, maybe 2. It'll just depend on what happens. We might not buy 1.
Yeah.
It'll depend on pricing and etc. etc. I bought 1 horse last year, which I syndicated with the Racing Rant guys. It's accepted and hopefully racing on Sunday at Wyong.
Wyong?
Scone's been moved to Wyong because it's going to be so hot. So
what race? Race 1? Race 2?
Don't have a clue.
Okay.
So that's really exciting. So that was
before you get going on that one.
Hang on, I just want to finish. So that was a $40,000 purchase last year. So probably looking at spending 40 or up, or well up. I didn't go to the Magic Millions that I've been the last 3 years. I think that the horses up there go for too much.
Yeah, way too much.
And you need to have a lot of cash to get involved, and it's not a really smart investment.
No.
I think the classic sale is a really good sale, and we'll be looking at get more involved with this sort of
definitely.
This sort of stuff. There'll definitely be one horse will be with Chris Lee's up in Newcastle, which is where my horse is at the moment, the one I got last year.
What's the name of your horse?
Here to row.
There we go. So you're number 1 in race number 3.
Barrier 3. Race 3, number 1, here to row.
Aaron Bullock is your jockey.
Yeah. Christian Reese not riding it, that's for fucking sure. Jesus. So, how do we want to do this, mate?
Expressions of interest. I mean, it's all about if we find the right people who want to get involved, select a few.
So just email into us?
Yeah, to jack at dickosmailbag.com.au.
.com, not au. Jack at dickosmailbag.com.
Yep.
So yeah, if you're interested, let us know, and you'll be the first to find out what we do and have the first opportunity to buy.
Yeah, and
buy in with us.
It's expressions of interest. It's not putting yourself down to, commit to anything. Exactly.
All right. Anything else, mate?
Yeah, I'd be putting a multi on this weekend. Sunshine Coast on Saturday.
I don't want anyone's cash going on my horse yet.
Sunshine Coast. Well, I'm fine from going mine. Race 7 at the Gold Coast, not Sunshine Coast. High on you, number 14 in race 7. Just as much as you can get on.
No, he's joking.
I'm semi-joking, but yeah, have it as a multi, just a small multi into Dicko's one on Sunday.
No. My horse has not raced before. It's his first start as a 2-year-old. I'm really happy to get a $40,000 purchase to the races already. That's good enough for us.
Well, mine's flying.
Stay calm. I'll be in charge of our horse when we buy it, and we won't tell everyone just to unload on it on a YouTube show until we're all on. Alright, anything else, my man?
No, just looking forward to getting back at it with you, to be quite honest. And we've got coming up next week, we've got Australia Day, so there's going to be a public holiday racing, and then we'll also have the Saturday as well, so...
We'll get on track a fair bit next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Should be Mounting Yard Mail almost every day next week, probably. Depending where they are. I'm not going over an hour and a half to get there.
Fair enough.
Alright guys, expressions of interest if you want to race a horse with us, and 3 Sports on Mailbag Movers. Get involved. Have a great weekend. Bye.